everybody, what's up? And welcome back to Medical School with Molly. Oh, here's Kevin. So before I get into, what my first week in med school was like, I kind of wanted to explain first, what the med school curriculum and what my year is going to look like because of COVID. Well, my entire M1 class was divided into 4 groups, 4 or 5, I think. And so each group is designated like a day or 2 to go to campus. And last week I did go to school. You'll see some footage from that. I got to see, meet some of my classmates and everything, kind of get face-to-face time with the teachers. But I realized that lectures go so fast. Even an hour lecture can have just so much material in it. I just decided that it wasn't efficient for me to keep going to school and just being super confused. So week 2 of med school, I am staying at home and I'm watching lectures from home, either live or kind of after. If anybody's wondering about anatomy labs, each group gets, I believe, 80 minutes in the lab each week. I was the one group that didn't last week. So I actually haven't even been in the anatomy lab yet, but they have online modules and everything you can do. So I'm hoping, that will be sufficient for that first week. Okay.
At school, I've got my badge, I'm all ready. I just parked and I am heading into class. So let's see what happens. Morning everybody, it is day 2 of my first week. Yesterday was definitely different. First part of the day was totally fine. It was mainly just like orientation, syllabus week stuff, but we had 1 hour at the very end of the day with actual lecture. It was definitely a tough one. So I kind of just spent last night reviewing and trying to understand what to do. I'm not trying to freak out. We have this program at MCW. It's like a big SIB, little SIB program. And basically an M2 takes you under their wing and they show you, how to study better, give you some help, stuff like that. So my big SIB is supposed to call me later this afternoon. And so I'm trying really hard to be calm because I'm hoping that phone call goes well and she can give me some insight on everything. Also, I know my hair looks not the best. I decided to sleep an extra half an hour and not blow dry it. So it's pretty hot outside. I think it's just gonna dry on the way to school.
Okay, so week 2. Like I said earlier in the beginning of the video, there was so much information. Everything from your college biology major, all of those classes over the course of 4 years in one semester. As I mentioned last week, my med school does have this big sibling program, and the girl that I talked to was absolutely amazing. She knew so much knowledge. She knew exactly what I was looking for and what help I needed, because when you're getting so much information thrown at you from so many different directions, it's kind of like, where do I even start? And she was amazing. We basically just spent an hour and a half drafting my study schedule. If you guys are interested in listening to it, I can put it maybe at the end of this video and explain.
All right. Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday of week 2. It's around 10 o'clock this morning. I'm all changed into my scrubs. I've got my badge here because I'm on campus. It is my anatomy lab today. It's actually my first one because of COVID and our groups and everything that I explained earlier. My group is the last to go into the lab. I've never had an anatomy lab before. I'm not really sure what to expect. I'm hoping it'll be a useful experience and that I'll actually enjoy seeing all the structures and stuff. That's what I've heard from my friends who are in other groups that have already gone in. It's about 10 o'clock right now. I'm just going to go in for an open lab and kind of check things out, kind of see what everything looks like. And then at 1 o'clock, we have a anatomy lecture. And then at 2, we actually go in for an actual lab dissection. So I'm hoping it's good. I am hoping I enjoy it and I find it really helpful. And yeah, all right, let's see. Since it's August right now, it's actually pretty nice walking to class. It's about like a 5-6 minute walk. Clearly it's August and warm, so I don't know how I'm gonna feel 4 months from now, but it's still nice. All right, so I am just outside. I'm having my lunch. I went in for my open lab this morning and it actually went pretty well. Advantage to actually going to an anatomy lab and seeing it. So I think it's really cool that even though COVID is happening, that my school is still doing that. It's lunch, so I am just sitting here doing my Anki flashcards and waiting to go into lecture. Whew, it is hot. Sorry, I'm just getting the car going. It is, what time is it? Oh, it's about 4 o'clock right now. I feel like the day absolutely flew by. The anatomy lab actually went over really well. I definitely think it was useful. I mean, you get to see a lot of the structures that you normally see in your anatomy textbook and online, and so I think that really helped conceptualize things a little more. I think now I'm just gonna go to Trader Joe's because I am out of food, and I'm probably gonna get a coffee somewhere because I'm really proud of myself that it went okay. So I just got this vanilla ice latte from Starbucks. I'm not really a coffee drinker, but I've always wanted to try something fun like this, so we're gonna see. This is really good. This is a good treat. Hi everybody, it's Wednesday night. Kevin is here with me. She does this from time to time. It's actually really nice having a little therapy pet while you study. It is around 8:15, and I guess I kind of just wanted to show you my setup. What I'm doing right now is I had a lecture last week that I didn't get to review, so I am going back through it right now and I'm making little study sheets. So yeah. My setup right here, I have the lecture slide we're talking about. I've also got some extra notes here, and then here is my study sheet that I am currently making. And here's Kevin. All right, so that was my first 2 weeks in med school. It was definitely a blur. I'm sorry if some of the stuff seemed a little confusing. I'm still learning how to properly vlog, but I appreciate everybody who watched until the end. Just as a quick side note, I did do other things besides studying this week. I went rollerblading, I got some ice cream, I hung out with some friends, I worked out, but unfortunately I just kind of forgot to film it. So I promise I'm gonna be better next week. I am not as much of a hermit as this video makes me out to be. So I hope next time you guys get to see that stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure to like, follow, and subscribe Med School with Molly.